Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Sudeep Maiti, Career Acceleration Specialist. Welcome to Classroom to Boardroom Talk Show. This is the episode number 36, and we have gathered here to enlighten you about the different ways the transition can be happen from classroom to boardroom. We'll discuss about the hurdles and challenges that come along the way. Take charge of your career and listen to the different eminent person. Today, I am very blessed to invited one of the young entrepreneur, and he is helping mostly the mentor in education needs, those who are really struggling to grab the customer attentions. So without acknowledging him much, I would say the few words about him. So he is just completed his 10th. He is about to move to the 11th standard, and he started this journey to help to the people those who are struggling to get the sales and to overcome this pain and increase the revenue like they never did before through proven framework and process. He has his own framework and process through which the people can earn, increase the revenue. So with the thunders rounds of applause, I want to welcome Mr. Sresh Karade in this particular talk show, where we will talk about today about the copywriting. He is master in copywriting, as well as the how the artificial intelligence indirect effects on the marketing industry. So that is the topic we will talk about. But still, I'll ask Sresh to give his introductions, and so that the audience can understand why, being a so much of his young age, he has started this particular journey. And definitely, I would request to Sresh to tell about the hurdles, challenges during his journey, and how he has overcome those particular things to reach to this level wherever he is currently. So welcome, Sresh, in this particular talk show.
Yeah, so thanks, Sudip sir, so for giving me this opportunity to share my journey. And first of all, I'm not passed like 10th in the recent year, but I've passed my 12th commerce
Oh,
in March 2022. So that's the correction. And the journey started from like 10th class only, from learning different aspects of digital marketing, about just exploring like what is the space and how can I learn it. And then after first year, I found that like there is also copywriting involved in it. So I started to explore more in it. So I got the mentorship from the Dan Stephen Georgie. So they were like reviewing my copy and also giving me the real time feedback. So it was like a good improvement for me as well. But the initial challenge I faced was the mentorship was also like very expensive. So like my parents help in that case by taking some short term loans also. And if the policies that were they were taken in the past, so like few of them like I renewed it and like purchased courses from that also. So it was a good journey. And like the journey has started because like there was a real problem, and if I'm not solving, so who will be solving that? So that's the main purpose.
great, great, Sresh. Yeah, so you are the so I just want to know exactly, so people those who are listening to us here in this particular talk, so what do you mean by this copywriting basically, and what is the use and where the people can use that particular copywriting? Because I'll start with the basic, because the most of the people I know that, so they don't know much about the copywriting, and that is the one of the great skills today's market.
Hmm. Yeah. So copywriting is basically like writing to sell. So you might have already heard content writing, copywriting, content marketing. So like three are both different terms. So if I keep the content writing aside, the content writing is just for like education purpose, for writing just the information of any product or any like or anything. Content marketing is for like writing for the education, but for it's the purpose to sell something at the end. But copywriting is like purely for writing something to sell only, means there is a clear intention that you will gonna sell something or any laptop or anything, which will be anything as per your wants and desires.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
great explanation, says. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing is that those who are listening to us here, so if you have any particular questions related to the artificial intelligence and the copywritings in that particular direction, so you can ask Race directly. We can ask him. So give the, your answer, give the answer for your questions. So yeah, so there is a Dropbox. You can chat there, so you can put your comment. Yeah, moving into the next query. So yeah, so it might be the all of the basic questions. On top of that, if you have any particular question, as I told, so please write down your questions here. So how the do you think this artificial intelligence it will help the shaping the future of the copywriting?
So like artificial intelligence is just a like good tool for not only for copywriters but also for businesses to like to learn more about how a consumer thinks, how a buyer's journey is created, what are the solutions they're already using. So it helps more on the research part, and also to the creativity is gonna be at a more faster speed with their AI, and the execution gonna be more faster than ever. So it is a good tool for like it is like a search engine where like we are searching on Google and we are finding all the answers at one place. So AI it is just an another example of it. And in the future, like it is a good tool for fasting the everything, not only the customer and the product sales, but the overall business journey.
Got it. So very recently, I saw that in the market. So there is the one of the tool came. So I forgot his name. The
Chat
which is
GPT.
the yeah, people are telling it's a computer of Google. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So please briefly explain to the people exactly what is that tool if you have any idea about that tool.
Yeah, chat gpt is a kind of universe in itself only, where you can have ask anything in terms of like relationship question or any logical question or any business related question, or any if you want to have any, if you have any project or assignment, what the ideas it can be created, how different you can create. So all is like a universe in itself, but they're developing also in the back end also, because it is doing all the things at one place. So it is not quite mastered in one area. So if I ask him about just education and specifically Indian education, so he can answer in more detailed way. So it is a kind of thing that they are also developing at the back end. So it is a another example of AI only to like to get all the answers at one place where you can faster everything.
But the thing is that why I'm asking, because when you search something in the Google, so you can find it out very some of the positive answers what query you are putting in the Google, some of the
Mhm.
negative answer also you are getting.
Mhm.
But but I heard that about this Chat GPT. Whatever is your exact query, so
Mhm.
relevant to your query, so they will give you the proper answer. No
Yeah,
negative, nothing.
yeah. Yeah, it is totally customizable. Means if you if you get a like a 2 or 3 line answer, you can also extend the answer by telling like, tell me 2 to 3 lines more. So it will also extend the answer. And if you want any specific query, like the tool also will give you and proper explanation of that also.
Oh, great, great.
Yeah.
So before moving, so I just want to know, Shreyas, about your story background exactly.
Mhm.
That you already told, because the story, as you know, that the stories impact life. Okay,
Yeah.
so everyone has their journey, and
Mhm.
what is your story exactly? So why you have started this? Because there is the so many hurdles definitely you have faced in this particular journey, as I told, as I
Yeah.
asked you also. So if you can briefly tell at least about your story, why you have started exactly, and almost the what is the intention to start that, and what is your burning desire basically to do that particular activity. Why?
Mhm. Yeah, so when starting like before my 10th class, when I was in school, like I had different options to choose, like CA, architect, also aeronautical engineering. So I research all the topics, and also in lockdown, I search in the different channels of what career options to choose for after 12th to choose my like commerce, science, or arts background accordingly. But then I found like digital marketing is a more of the subject which I already familiar with, because from 8th class only I was seeing most of the business videos, and in those business videos it was involved is mostly the marketing subject I was mostly interested in. So it is a kind of you think like it is a kind of personality only, because I already had an interest and background, so it has come from that only, not like a new thing I discover something. So it is the connected to that only, the copywriting part, but it is just in different form, like you are just writing, and in a video sales letter you are just like telling. And if I click on the means or choose the problem that I'm solving for, just for the Indian educators space, where they can't actually like they can make a good course and create a proper mentorship for the students, but not able to sell it properly and like hit the maximum registration that they are expected. So in that pass I'm in that aspect I'm helping them the most, because like there are many agencies and media agencies that are helping big brands and coaches and mentors, but the it is not specifically for Indian educators only, and edtech space is the most growing space in India, so I'm targeting that market only. Yeah.
Great, great says great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I in my I would say during my school days, I never
Mhm.
thought of these particular things. I'm really admired to your journey. So you have started at least during your school days. You think of in that particular directions. I'm in the corporate world almost the last 25 years. So after that last when the because the COVID is the eye opener for the everyone, I would say.
Mhm.
Exactly. So one way that is the advantage or the disadvantage. Few people take it in a positive way, and few people life has messed like anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I also started my journey in the during the COVID season only. But
Okay.
yeah. So really, it's admired to you because the during school days I never thought of this kind of the journey.
In your
I
case
just
also, there weren't so many opportunities available. Like internet was not so normal like it is
correct.
now.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, there was nothing was there exactly. So if I have to give a call to my parents, I have to go to the
Mhm.
phone booth and stay, write it down the phone numbers. After 10 o'clock, the price will
Yeah.
be half or something like that. That time it was there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was the way. So yeah. So
Okay.
moving into the topic exactly. So yeah, so you have telling that the today we are talking about that how this AI affect the indirect marketing. Is there a what do you mean by this indirect marketing?
Not specifically indirect marketing, but how it will
Mhm.
affect the like the human creativity and potential. Like if
Mhm.
we sit all the day with the tool itself and like get all the answer from the tool, like we sometimes might lose our potential to explore our creativity levels and the ideas that we get regular. So AI is just like us for like speeding up the process, but eventually we have to work on our basics as well, and like keep our skills also at that level we wanted in our age. So even though AI is helping to get there in a faster pace, we still have to work on a basic skills level and like learn from what are the new opportunities coming up. So according to that we have to master that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you specify few of the AI tool which will be helping to the people in terms of their marketing strategy, or might be the speed up their marketing process?
Mhm. So ChatGPT is the number one tool, and if the ChatGPT is not available because it is now quite attracting many traffic, another tool is like Supersonic AI, and there are many tools like you can also search on the like Google. Also, you
Mhm.
can have a proper list of that. What are the
Mhm.
uses that they are specifically for which industry? You can gain that as well, and they have proper tutorials mentioned at that site as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so I could see that. Yeah. So you started your journey in the class 8 standards onwards, exactly, as you
Not
told.
8th standard, but 10th standard I started. 8th standard I was just like gaining information, but
Okay.
started taking action from 10th only.
Oh, great, great. So yeah, so I could see that exactly. So you have December 21, you made Sarup Rao sir from the growth school, and the
Yeah,
Dev
yeah,
Gadwil, you have taken the high ticket entrepreneurship.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, great. So
I
yeah,
also
so they.
enjoyed also at Upendra sir's talk show.
Oh,
From then I like came to know about you and your journey as well.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so we are under the same mentor. Dev is also my mentor. So yeah,
Yeah.
so so That's the great thing, exactly. So we know we don't know each other, but yeah. So during this particular journey, we came to know each other. So at
Hmm.
least we can work together and move forward our journey.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm just asking you the next things what we are talking about, the
Mhm.
this copywriting. Yeah. So as you told that this copywriting will help people in terms of that the marketing skills or might be the grab the attention of the customers, correct?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
is there any kind of the specific skill set person has to learn to do the copywriting, or no, anyone can do the copywriting
Not
in your?
anyone do the copywriting, but
Mhm,
just like you need to have the passion also to
mhm,
like explore your creativity level on depth, and how you can
mhm,
create a like for example, if I'm create a simple content piece of a video content, and means I need to think of how I can create the video content so uniquely that it can gain shares organically, and like get it shared worthy by hundreds of people. So at that thinking, you need also a copywriter should think, but it also involve of your passion as well. And like
mhm,
marketing is the basic thing required by every business, but it
mhm.
is not necessary the co-founder should learn it. Just the basics are okay, but then you can also have another team members who can work with you, or means the basics need to learn by everyone. But still, if you want to explore more, you can explore it as per what are the interest areas or yours. Or if you are like starting a business, you can hire another one also, a team members who can work with you.
Okay. So another thing, just I want to know. So this is the skills. It is the learnable skills. Basically,
Mm.
someone can learn it,
Yeah.
or might be the. Is there any kind of the special course he or she has to do? What do you think? No.
He or she has to do, because if he is learning at the very basic level,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they can get a very uh, like a mediocre kind of results. But if you want to like achieve the mastery, they need to
Mm-hmm.
also keep updating daily, like not only just learn from courses, but also write different copies, not through the like keyboard on your like the word doc or any notes app, but you need to actually take the paper and pen and start writing on a daily basis at least 200 to 300 words. So in that case only you can move forward and like achieve the level that you already wanted.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
And another thing is that so the people I have seen that the people have the lot of passion. Okay, but the thing is that people are very scared about the technology. So for this the
Mhm.
copywriting. So do you think that so they have to learn some technology, or no? It's not required to learn any kind of the technology. Only thing is that if you know and think about that particular the business, how to increase the sales and also what kind of the content you have to write it down, that is more than enough, or you don't have to write think about the technology and all.
Yeah, so basic technology is like everyone have already learned it. So so there is no advanced technology it
Hmm.
wanna it's to be learned. But the
Hmm.
main tool that you're gonna be like the learning will be the person will be the consumer only, like research more about his behaviors, and what are they buying, what are the thinking that they have, the solutions that they're using, and what are the lenses that they are seeing the other products, other brands. So according to that, you can create your own product uniquely and positioning in a better way. So understanding the consumer is the most important part here. Not only like a tool or anything you need to learn most. Like tools can be learned in like few days, but understanding the consumer is the takes the most important
Got
period.
it. Got it.
Yeah.
But another thing is that so as we have talked about the AI part, okay. So
Hmm.
yeah, for the person those who are not a tech savvy, for them
Hmm.
to they have to learn the AI or no. So the tool is there exactly. So tool will say do everything on behalf of them. So only
No.
thing is that they know how to handle the tool. That's it.
Mhm. Yeah, so there are different tutorials also for
Hmm.
using. If I pick the Chat GPT tool, there are
Hmm.
also you need to experiment different ways. Like there is also a combination in asking different questions. If you ask like if I ask like write 10 unique headlines for my talk show, so it will come up
Hmm.
with a different set of answer. And if I tweak the question in a different way, so it will come with a different set of answers. So you need to also test with different combinations and how the AI is responding, and also each tool has a different way of like style of answers. So you need to test like which is more aligned to your way also.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those who are listening to us, so I'm just asking. So I could see this. Anyone have any query or anything? So we have almost completed the 20 minutes discussions about this copywritings, as well as the how the AI can be useful in terms of the future business purpose. So if you have any particular questions in that direction, just write it down in the comment box so that we can clear it out your doubts and all. So another thing is that, so yeah, so these kind of the skills, as you have also started your journey from the 10 standards, so I would say the anyone can start from, because their age is not a bar exactly for that, and I don't think so that any kind of the education is required for this. So anyone can learn this particular skill from the any kind of the age group, if he or she has the interest to learn the things.
Sure,
So
they
yeah.
can learn. Mm.
And the second thing, I just want to know about these particular the copywriting perspectives. Yeah, so there is the lot of copywriters I could see in the market exactly. So they have the very famous, the few people are there already. So if you search it in Google, so people can see that. But yeah, so what kind of the content? So do you feel that? Can you give some tips to the educators, those who are in this particular the in this particular business, who is your target audience, what kind of the content they should produce? If you give some kind of the tips to them, so that will be help for them to write down the content for their purpose, because as long as they are not earning much exactly, so definitely they can't hire anyone to write down the copy for them, correct? So
Hmm.
yeah, if you give some tips for them, so that will be really helpful, I would say.
Yeah. So, like, if they are already like,
Just
there are
few
different.
example. Just few example. I'm not asking ki
Mhm.
exact the point wise.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
few
sure.
examples if you can
So
give.
like, there are different three or two type of educators that are. Sometimes the educator is just a starting point where they have to start everything from base, from creating the content. Or some of them
Mm-hmm.
are already have some followers, some subscribers on the YouTube channel, so they
Mm-hmm.
have some audience to like to look for and to sell. And some have like a very large database of audience, so they are just like creating different pieces of content and testing it what is using or aligning with their audience. So the common tips that I can share with them will be mostly they need to ask the feedback on a daily basis to the audience, like what they want, what are the unique solution that they are needed in the market that they are not getting anything else, means anywhere else. So they can create according to that. Also you can suggest write different creative ideas at least 10 to 15 in a day, and also test it in the market before even creating the whole piece of content. You can uh, create like a short 2 to 3 minute video and show the your audience like how it will be in a long form content or in a short form content, or how they want it. Because even though, like, if you create a content on your basis but the audience is not wanting it, so it will just be a kind of another video on your channel. So you need to just keep answering the consumer, and also to know his or her behavior of what they are searching for, what are the videos
Mm-hmm.
that already watched before on other channels. And you need to also observe the trend of what is going on other educators channel also, the changing preferences of them. So it is like a overall you need to look at every other thing.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really helpful for the people those who are really struggling to get the audience attraction. So for them, so
Yeah.
Shreyas has already explained about the copywritings and the how the AI will be evolves to new marketing strategy for the future business purpose. So
Hmm.
it's really helpful for the people. So yeah, so we are closing this particular talk. So here, if you have any query or anything, anyone have, so if you want to follow the Shreyas, so he is available in LinkedIn, Instagram, as well as the Facebook. You can directly get in touch with him for the copywritings, okay, and he will help you out for that purpose, as well as the email marketing also he is doing, okay. If you don't know him directly, you can reach out to me so I can get in touch with him to forward your message. So if you have any particular query, so other than that, so we can closing the talk show here. And if you have any particular questions or anything, you can write it down in the chat box so that we can clarify your query. Other than that, we can close this particular talk show. And those who are listening to us, so I'm just really grateful for to them, and try to understand this, what is the context of this particular talk show, and how we are moving forward to giving the value to the people life. So that is the intention exactly. We have started this particular talk show, and every week we are bringing the different eminent persons in their particular own field. They're the masters, and they have shared their journey as well as that they have shared their hurdles and challenges. Like a says also shared his journey, why he have started this particular journey. So yeah, so that is the all about this particular talk show. Thank you. So we are ending this particular broadcast here itself.
Okay. Thank you.